It's truly an honor for this community to have our First Lady, Mrs. Michelle Obama, here to thank over 34 organizations represented here today that support the military and the families in this community. You can look around the room today and see the faces of people that make up these organizations and that support our military families that have sacrificed so much for each of us, not only in this community, but across the nation. We in this room and throughout this community understand that we can never make up for these sacrifices. All we can do is seek ways to honor them and their families. Over the last several months, Fayetteville has been recognized nationally for our commitment to the military and their families. Most recently, our community was recognized by Time Magazine and General Casey, who's the Chief of Staff of the Army. Boots and Booties, the world's largest military baby shower, was one of many visible signs of the community's support for our military and their families, and of what it truly means to be a sanctuary community. This event was a collaboration of Fayetteville Cares, Operation Homefront, and the Fort Bragg Army Community Service. Organizations like Fayetteville State University, as well as the Junior League of Fayetteville, the Culinary Department of Fayetteville Technical Community College, were just a few groups that gave of their resources to make this event a success. We were also very fortunate to have the support from local businesses from our community, such as Reed Lyer Chevy, Babies R Us, More Exposure, Power Swain Chevy, and Rick Hendrick Toyota. There was also an outpouring of over 150 individuals from across the community that volunteered their time to make this an amazing day for over 900 plus mommies that attended the baby shower that day. Fayetteville Cares is just a small part of a larger commitment from this community. This community is filled with groups and individuals that have committed to watching over those who watch over us. It's groups like Operation Bandanas for Bragg, Armed Forces Wings, the Military Affairs Council, Society of Patriots, Pope Special Activities Committee, and the Army's Army that are part of that commitment. It's individuals like George Brees, Robert Grover, Linda Zima, Amy Wallace, and Jack Cox, along with countless more who've pledged their moral, physical, and spiritual support to our neighbors at Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base. This community's commitment started long before the Army's initiative of a community covenant. In fact, it has been part of the fabric of this community for years. Having this commitment recognized today by Mrs. Michelle Obama, the First Lady of the United States, reinforces the fact that Fayetteville truly does care. We care about our military and we care about our families. Thank you. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Joanne Chavonne, who actually truly needs no introduction. Her passion and dedication to helping this community show its support to our military and their family is truly an inspiration, and we're blessed to have her as Fayetteville's First Lady. Joanne.
Thank you, Kurt, and thank you to each of you for being here today. Mrs. Obama has placed the support of military families on her top 3 priority list. As she looked across the horizon of communities doing a good job supporting the military, Fayetteville, North Carolina rose to the top. This was because of the good works you and others are doing. Recently, Time Magazine identified Fayetteville as the most military-friendly community in the country. Wow, what a statement. What makes this city different from others is that military support isn't just this organization or that group doing good works. What makes Fayetteville different is that the military support is part of the fabric of our community. Every aspect of this community does what it can. It's the volunteer organizations like Braxton Bragg, chapter of AUSA, Fayetteville Cares, Pope Special Activities Committee, and many, many others represented in this room and beyond, whose mission is to support the military and their families. It's the business community that not only gives financial support, but offers military discounts, puts support and welcome home messages on their signs, and provides the services and products of their businesses to events. It's the faith community that reaches out not only to its military members, but beyond. For the Boots and Booties baby shower that Kirk spoke about, women's groups from dozens of churches across the city came together and provided 1,000 baby blankets for the moms. You mobilize the women of the church, and things get done. It's our large institutions, such as the school system and the city government, that's adopted programs and policies that address the special needs of our military neighbors. Did you know that Cumberland County School System is one of the largest systems in the country servicing military children? They've been recognized nationally for their innovative programs. Our teachers are supporting students through long and often multiple deployments and comforting the ones whose parent is injured or killed. None of these wonderful efforts would in and of themselves give Fayetteville the distinction of being the most friendly military community. It is all of the components and all of the people working together that make the difference. Fayetteville has established itself as a military sanctuary city. This means when a soldier is transferred to Fort Bragg, he comes here knowing he will not only be welcomed, he will be embraced. When he deploys, as he most likely will, this community will care for his family. Ask a soldier at Green Ramp preparing to board a plane on his or her way to the fight, what is the one thing we can do for him while he is deployed? And I'll guarantee you his answer will be, take care of my family while I am unable to. That's what this community does, watching over those who watch over us. Mrs. Obama's visit with us today sends a clear message that supporting our military is not just the responsibility of the military. It is the responsibility of each and every one of us. Thank you to each of you for doing your part.